And I'm Taylor Petras. That fire is causing parts of DeSoto Boulevard and Golden Gate Estates to be shut down. Right now, DeSoto Boulevard from 22nd Avenue Southwest to 26th Avenue Southeast is shut down. This is a live look at that scene there.
Yeah, Corey, that wind not letting up here, and probably in the last 10 minutes the rain just picked up again. So combined with the wind and the rain now, I mean, it stings hitting my face right now. And you got to be careful when you're standing out here when those gusts come through. You got to make sure you have a little bit of a wide base so it doesn't knock you off your feet here. We're getting a big wind gust here right now. It's been consistent rain since we've got out here. We're going to walk around this way and kind of show you just how big this tree is, blocking a part of Beach Road here. And you can see the sign that it took out here as well. I spoke to one gentleman who lives here, and he said he heard just a huge crack when he was sitting out on his lanai. So again, this tree blocking a lane of Beach Road as you head to Englewood Beach.
It's a car crashing into your home, and for one woman, this is all too familiar of a scene. Believe it or not, this is the third time in 5 years it's happened to her. Thank you. And as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, all evacuation orders are now lifted for the Golden Gate Estates fire. The Collier County Sheriff's Office says even though the roads reopened, it's important to avoid the area if you don't live there. Well, Chris, Amanda, we've been out here for about 90 minutes now and still a very active scene. Only a few FHP troopers and Lee County Sheriff Office deputies, but still a lot going on here. I'm going to step out of the way and we're going to zoom in to show you what's happening here. You can see the SUV here crashed into this tree right in front of a home. You can see a little bit of front end damage there, but also is the crime scene tape that stretches across not one, but at least two properties here. We see some fencing down in between the two homes and another fence down in front of the other home here. So it looks like the car may have gone through at least two front yards here before crashing into this tree. The current $75 fines are Cyber Monday deals compared to what the City Council could do tomorrow. How about $150 parking fines here at city-owned beaches? Now, visitors I spoke with today, some thought that was a little steep, but the city says this is to prevent people from parking just wherever they want on the island. Well, take a look at this tip. Let me zoom in for you here. You're seeing this correctly. One food server over on the East Coast is $800 richer. Michelle Triblisli works at the Southern Pig and Cattle Company restaurant in Stewart. She says the customer paid his bill as well as the bill for the family sitting next to him before leaving her the large tip. Well, Chris, the manager says he was smooth and quick. The store says they do have lids on all of their puppy pens, but the man just lifted it open, picked up that tiny puppy, put it under his shirt, and walked right out these doors here where his wanted poster is now taped up tonight.
Is a perfect way to enjoy the December weather in Southwest Florida.
So my friend and I attempted a Sandman like that a couple of years ago. It wasn't as intricate as that, Frosty, there, but we did get 3 tiers of stands stacked up. Yeah.
At least you tried.
Exactly.
It's all about the effort.
Well, Chris, they're shocked to see it. They say they've never seen it this bad on the island. Take a look where I'm standing now on South Winds Drive. The water comes up to about my ankles, but if I just take a step over into people's front yards, it's coming nearly up to the top of my boots. And we've actually seen fish swimming in these waters all day. Unfortunately, neighbors tell me that there are a lot of snowbirds that live on this road. So right now they can't even see for themselves if their homes have any damage. Roads turned to rivers.
Pouring down rain the whole entire day.
Parts of Sanibel Island still feeling the impacts of Tropical Storm Sally. Rain pounded the island all weekend long.
It was noisy like we had a small hurricane.
Water all the way across to their parking lot.
Tom Schmidt's yard looking more like a pond. He was here for Hurricane Irma and says the flooding from Tropical Storm Sally doesn't compare.
This is much worse. I knew this morning it was rising, and we have things in our downstairs, and I thought, wow, it might even actually get in there and breach it.
Schmidt was lucky. No water made its way inside his home. He went to check on neighbors' homes who weren't so fortunate.
It's a mess.
We were trying to be as proactive as we could, but also there's not endless limitations to what you can do with water. I mean,
even Mayor Kevin Ruane agrees Sally hit them harder than they expected.
Probably a 1 in 100 type of event. I had cities that have never flooded here. Flood. Okay, when you get that amount of rain, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches, there's no place for it to go.
All that's left to do is wait for the floodwaters to go down.
Gonna have a lot of cleanup.
And now some people living here along South Winds Drive are just, again, patiently waiting for these waters to go down. As you can see, in some places, it's all the way up to their doors. They can't get out right now. I'm live on Sanibel. Taylor Petras, Wink News now.
Taylor, you witnessed that firsthand today.
Amanda, I was at the hair salon at noon today, and there was another woman in there getting her hair done, and she was on the phone for several minutes calling over and over again. I heard the busy signals. I heard the calls that couldn't be completed. I heard her sighs every time she hung up and tried to call again. Right now, really, so many people are really revolving their lives around trying to get this vaccine. Beverly Morford and her husband woke up at 5 o'clock Wednesday morning.
2 iPads, 2 cell phones, and a laptop. And we were just working at it, punching those numbers.
Linda McCarthy got to her 12:30 dentist appointment way early to make phone calls from the parking lot.
My heart was just pounding because I wanted to get there, and I couldn't wait to get on the phone.
All for their chance at a COVID-19 vaccine, only to be met with dropped calls, busy signals, and overbooked appointments again.
The only change I saw was a different phone number. That's all I saw today.
Like the other women, Charlene Paddock wants to get back to a normal life.
That's what's hard. We don't have maybe 20 more years or 30 more years.
But trying to get the vaccine has put everything on pause.
You don't want to miss when additional doses come through, and then to run into these same kinds of problems each and every time. It's so disheartening.
Disheartened and disappointed, but optimistic to try again.
We're on hold until the next time we can call again.
Got it down pat. We know how to push those buttons.
Now, if you did not get through to the call center or you got disconnected, there are no callbacks or pre-registration this time. You'll have to go through the process again once more vaccine doses are available. There is a helpline now for the call center, though, if you do have questions. However, you cannot book an appointment there. We have that number for you over on the Wink News app, along with other information about the vaccine registration. I'm live on the Night Beat. Taylor Petras, Wink News now.
Wink News anchor Taylor Petras is live in the studio. And Taylor, he's raising money for his brother's widow and their 3 kids.
And what a way to help them. I just checked their live track of the journey. They're coming down Burnstore Road, should be in Cape Coral very soon, coming from Indiana all the way to Southwest Florida. A very long and emotional ride, all for a good cause. Nate Shipley is strapping on his helmet for the most important bike ride of his life.
I said, hey, I got this crazy idea. What do you think?
Just did 60 miles.
4 days, non-stop, 1,300 miles, from Kokomo, Indiana to Cape Coral, Florida. A memorial ride for his older brother, Drew, who passed away suddenly in July from leukemia, cancer the family never knew he had.
He's just a fun guy. He was my best friend. It was very unexpected to lose him.
Love you, Drew!
Now Nate and his brother Adam are finishing the last 30-mile leg of the trip together. They're raising money for Drew's wife and her 3 children.
We're just trying to help her make sure she doesn't lose the house or anything like that, and make sure the kids are taken care of.
You didn't get wet, did you?
The riders have trekked through rain and the pitch black of night, testing them physically.
That's a lot more exercise than he and I are used to doing, so.
And emotionally. Have you felt your brother on this journey with you?
Yeah, big time. And it had just rained, and there was a huge rainbow, just full as can be, and I was like, man, that's from Drew.
Into something bigger. They're starting a nonprofit called WOW 127. It stands for Watching Out for Widows, and it's to help churches support widows in their communities.